Hey, I hope everybody had fun tonight. It's a great game. Just an incredible Tennessee-Alabama softball game. We've been doing that with the Lady Vols for 25 years, and much respect to Ralph and Karen and their team. So just a great game.
All right, let's start things off with Katie Wyndham.
Hey, Coach. I remember after the first Tennessee game earlier this season, in the loss, you said this team needs to come back to experience what it's like to come back. And then it's kind of full circle happening tonight. So just talk about what it means to get this comeback as we're heading into the rest of the postseason.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, you know, we needed a pressure-packed situation, anxiety-filled. I mean, you guys fill in all the blanks because you're the writers, but we needed to feel that. I had to get Kilfoyle back in there sometime, somehow. She needed to feel it. The defense needed to feel it. The hitters, and I don't know. I think it's exactly what we kind of needed. And the best part of it is we ended up winning. So they bailed me out. You know, it was just, you know, one of those Rhodes House magic games that happen frequently. And I know the crowd helped us, but, you know, I said after the game to the team that, you know, Kaylee Tao has a lot of pressure on her because she hits behind Bailey. But the other kid in the situation, which a lot of people don't talk about or write about, is Alexis Mack. And, you know, I say to her all the time, get on so Bailey can get up with somebody on. And for the most part, she does. So she played her role to perfection tonight because that last at-bat was awesome.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
Just what does it say about Montana to be able to come back in there and pitch the way that she did in the seventh after, you know, everything that next?
Yeah, it's just, she's incredible. And, you know, I was hoping that Kilfoyle would get us 2 outs and get us out of the inning and then go from there. And, you know, they got some bounces and, you know, stuff happens. But for her to come back in, and I think she had to face the top of the order, if I'm correct. And she struck her out, I think, 3 times in a row after the triple in the first inning. So just kudos to Montana because she went in and you could tell that she was pretty determined.
All right, go ahead, Robert.
Coach, instant replay was your best friend last night, and it was your best friend again today. Like you said with Alexis Mack, it proved that she was safe. And then earlier in the game, instead of having a second and third situation, it was a runner at second with 1 out. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Can you just talk about how the NCAA committee or rule officials should use your game to see how much of an impact instant replay happens? So it should happen in the future. It should come to college softball in the future.
Well, you know, I think, you know, our conference kind of took the lead. They've done it in baseball. They've done it in volleyball. They've done it in almost every sport. And I think tonight was a really good example of they were quick, decisive. You know, once they make that call after the video view, no coach can say a word. So it's done. There's no more arguing. And I know some people think it adds time, but, you know, think about an argument that would go on forever. And you guys have all seen that. But as soon as he comes back with the results of the video, it's it. That's it. I shut up, I go to the dugout. They shut up, they go to their dugout. And, you know, the other part of it is the umpires, they also want it. It's not like just the coaches. They want to get it right, you know? So I'm really glad that we got to do it this year. You know, I really think that next year it'll go conference-wide during the season. And I think that'll be even a bigger sample size for everybody in the country to say, hey, maybe this isn't so bad. Because, you know, we've been on the bad end of several calls at World Series, which decided games. And it was very frustrating. And then, you know, you watch MLB, you watch college baseball, and you watch Little League baseball, and they all have review. So I'm glad we have it this week.
Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Patrick, just you touched on it a little bit about the decision to take out Lexi or Montana and put in Lexi. What was that decision-making process like?
Well, just number of pitches. And I think the 3 girls that were up back to back to back had all gotten a hit the time before. And, you know, we needed to see Lexi because it's been so long. And it was a pressure situation. It was a big game. It was a big crowd. Obviously, all that stuff adds into it, but we needed to see that again. And she needed to feel that. And fortunately, again, it worked out, but just the experience itself is going to help us down the road.
Go ahead, Katie Wyndham.
Can you talk about both ladies they're about to get to talk to, how special their home runs were in different ways and different times in this game?
Oh, just incredible. First, let's start with Bailey. Probably around, I don't know, midnight last night, Kelly Kretschmann texted me and said, couldn't happen to a better person. I'm so proud of Bailey. What a club we're in. And then Bailey writes back to me and says, damn, now I don't know if I even want to break her record. Maybe we can stay tied forever. I didn't respond, but I was like, no, I want another one. And then, it only took one game, but it's kind of cool that it's 61 as well. There's got to be something with that. It's just too good to be true. And then with Taylor, she's one of the grittiest, resilient kids we've had. She just keeps working. She has just a freaking badass work ethic that comes from her family. Just continues to grind. And, for her to get her first home run, that was a big hit too. So just really proud for her and happy for her. I know the whole team was filled with Mudita at that time when that ball went over the fence.
Any other questions for Coach Murphy? All right, now wrap it up and go to Taylor Clark.
Hey, thanks for being here, you guys.
All right, if you have a question for Taylor Clark, hit the raise hand button and we'll get started with Robert.
Hey Taylor, first of all, congrats on the win. Coach Murphy said time after time, he just loves your swing during practice and he knows you have the power to do it. And today it finally came into play and you were just smiling around the bases. Can you talk about that moment?
Yeah, it was a great moment to finally hit. I think that was my first home run in SEC play. And honestly, everything I do, my work ethic especially, comes for Claire Jenkins and Bailey Dowling. I pulled them aside the one day before BP, before a game, and told them, I'm playing for you guys. I'm working my butt off for you guys. So that moment, to go in and give them high fives, just the celebration meant more to me than the actual hit.
On to Katie Wyndham.
Hey Taylor, what does this type of game show about the resiliency of this team?
I think it just shows we're peaking at the right time. Everything's coming together at the right time. The pitching, the defense, the clutch hits. Bailey's home run was absolutely insane. The dugout was going crazy, and I'm just really happy for Bailey too for breaking that record. But I think it just shows we're coming together at the right time.
Go back to Katie.
You already talked a little bit about how special the moment was to get to hit the home run, but did it make it a little sweeter getting to do it here at Rhodes and in the SEC tournament? Just talk about what the fans have been like the last 2 days.
Yeah, just to be able to do that in front of this crowd was just a really special moment for me. We have one of the best fan bases, if not the best fan base in the country. So to get that hit and to get them going, getting all rowdy was pretty neat.
I'm gonna go to Katie Holick.
Congrats on the home run. It shows that you've hit it on the first pitch. What were you looking for specifically on a pitch like that?
My approach to that at bat was just hit something in the air, get Savin. We needed some runs. So I was just looking for something I could drive to the outfield.
All right, there's no other questions for Taylor Clark. We'll move on to Bailey Hemphill. All right, I'm going to hit the raise hand button. If you have a question for Bailey Hemphill. And we'll start Katie Wyndham. Go ahead.
Can you just take us through that moment of the home run, what you're thinking surrounding the bases? I know you've talked a lot, you're more of a team player, so I guess this was kind of the best of both worlds for you because it was a big individual accomplishment, but also gave your team the lead. So just take us through that moment as you're rounding the bases.
Yeah, in that moment, I didn't even care about the record. I was just happy that we went up in that game. I put us ahead, but that at bat, I figured they'd come right back at me since the at bat before they got me to kind of roll over to third. But again, kind of got 2 strikes, and then I was just swinging hard no matter what happened, and I was able to hit a line drive over the fence.
Go ahead, Robert.
Bailey, obviously you and Montana are the battery. Could you talk about the first inning huddle, what was said there? Because after that, Montana looks to just get stronger as the game went on.
We just told her, just trust your spin. I mean, we all know she's a great pitcher. She didn't make too many. Those first few pitches weren't great pitches. She wasn't trusting her spin. So just quick, trust it. We're behind you on defense, and then we're gonna get out of it. And she did.
Any other questions? All right, go back to Katie Wyndham.
Obviously, when Lexi came in, she struggled a little bit tonight, but it was the first time she'd pitched in over a month. So just how important do you think that was to get her back in the circle? And then with Montana coming back in to close the door, just how much she's pitched the last couple of days, what her performance has been like?
Yeah, I mean, I told Lexi after the game, she hasn't seen a team other than us live in like 4 weeks. So, I mean, it was expected, and she's just a little rusty, and we know she's a great pitcher as well. So, I mean, that was just to get her some live at bats against, again, not us at practice. So I think it's huge moving forward into next weekend for regionals that she has that experience, she has that under her belt, and then she'll just grow from that. And then Montana just coming back in, there's a different look in her eyes those last 2 innings. She was not going to let them come back. So it was really cool to see her just shove it.
All right, if there's no other questions, we'll wrap it up for tonight. Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.